Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And it's time for a new playthrough. We just finished a playthrough with Land of Luan, which was victorious, although I did not complete his quest. I did actually defeat Zagor the Warlock. And now it's time for a new hero, and I was taking a look at the different heroes, and I think my decision has been made for me because there is a discount. Sometimes there is discounts on different heroes periodically. It just so happens when I'm doing the recording, it appears there's a discount on Wanushu here. So it looks like we'll be playing as Wanushu. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy them right now, and then we'll take a look at them. Alright, so Wanushu was once the champion of the Bone Ridge clan, a tribe of hunters native to the Plain of Bones. A fierce warrior and keen-eyed tracker, Wanushu was unequaled among his people at hunting down the colossal dinosaurs that migrate across the savannas of his home. For the last 5 years, Wanushu has roamed across southern Alancia using a special sedative refined from Kunnelwort, seeking out and capturing the most fearsome monsters for Ignatius, a trader from nearby Calamare, who then sells them to his discerning customers. So I have a feeling we're going to probably be capturing a monster of some type. Among his most impressive captures are a Chaos Manticore, which ended up in Baron Sukhumvit's death trap dungeon, and a Minotaur that snorted poisonous gas through his nostrils. Alright, so his attributes are dexterous and fearsome. We've seen both of those attributes in action, but not in this particular combination. As far as health goes, 19's not bad, but as far as combat-oriented characters, it's a little bit on the lower end. For instance, Landolf, the character we just were, had 21. But we're bolstered here by a higher skill and higher luck, so this is a character with a little bit more utility. And dexterous, if I remember correctly, allows me to pass skill checks pretty much automatically. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the attacks. So we just got a standard front attack, standard right attack, so nothing there different there. We have an ability called Killing Blow, brutal and effective attack designed to take down prey, both big and small. So just a big, huge damage attack. 5 damage will probably take out most of the smaller enemies. Then we have a Stunning Slash. Wanushu knows that stunning one's prey allows the hunter to either finish the job or beat a hasty retreat. Target hit by this attack cannot attack next turn, so that's pretty good. It's good to ensure that I am protected in the future. Most of his abilities are up close and personal, but it seems like for the most part we're going to be attacking singular spaces. So this is going to be kind of a tough character to play as because most of his most effective attacks are special abilities. Now that might be the same thing that we've seen in the past with some of the starting characters where some of the more effective attacks were their special abilities or special attacks that have a cooldown. But I'm definitely think that this character is going to be a little bit more on the difficult side, at least in combat. That high damage output will be useful, but it might be hard to land. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll travel straight to Firetop Mountain. Greetings, player. Welcome to the weekly challenge. Using Wanushu, capture the dragon that resides in the mountain and take it to Ignatius for a large souls bonus. Hurry now, because this offer and quest is only available for a few days. So I guess this is why the discount existed, and they do post these updates every so often in the news under the game. And I've so far been missing out on a lot of them, and I didn't actually see this message before I played in the game or news that this was going on. So I kind of stumbled upon it. So you're just going to have to keep your eye out for things like this if you want to participate. And this does help, I think, quite a bit with the replayability of the game. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have to capture the dragon. I don't know if that's our quest. We'll find out. Alas, the day-long cart journey is over. You lower yourself down to stretch your legs. The very mountain looks menacing with its sharp rocky crags that jut out at unnatural angles. At the top of the mountain you can see the eerie red coloring, probably some savage vegetation which has given the mountain its name. For the last 5 years you have roamed across southern Erlancia, seeking out and capturing the most fearsome monsters for the trader known as Ignatius. He has commissioned you to investigate the strange place, for it is believed to have a large collection of creatures that would fetch a fair price. Ignatius has identified one creature in particular, a giant spider, that was requested by a patron, and Shazar. It is well known the tunnels of Firetop Mountain are infested with a dangerous breed of arachnid, but the rare, larger variant is the real prize. Your cart comes equipped with a large cage, which will hopefully hold one of these 8-legged giants. Stashing the cart in dense undergrowth, you step towards the cave entrance that was shown to you on a map you purchased in Holgrim's Alehouse in Anvil. Your adventure starts here. Alright, so we actually have 2 quests then. Does it list both? Just has the giant spider, but we also know in the back of our minds that we have to capture the dragon. That shouldn't be too bad because you pretty much are forced to fight the dragon if you continue to try and fight Zagor. You're into the gloom. You see dark slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. I can smell orc, a rather pleasant smell compared to some of the beasts I've chased over the years. Approach the fork ahead. Alright, let's go ahead and turn east. The sound of scurrying continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. I faced more than one foe in a fight before, so this should be a good warm-up for me. 2 yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch sight of a cleft in the tunnel wall. That cleft would hide me quite well, but I'm keen to see what's ahead. Prepare to face what approaches. Coming towards you along the passageway are 2 ugly green-skinned creatures. You have disturbed an orc patrol, so this guy didn't give me the option of hiding. Sometimes I like these variances with the characters. It should warm me up nicely for greater challenges ahead. As they unsheath their weapons, you arm yourself and prepare to fight. Alright, orcs tend to be pretty straightforward. I think I'm going to move here. Okay, this orc is more than likely going to move here. So, let's hit with a normal attack. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the stunning slash here, because I have a feeling it can't hit me where I am. Alright, so we hit this guy who can't attack, so he's going to move away from me, so I'm just going to follow him. He's continuing to run, it looks like. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and backpedal. There's no point in getting hit. Leaving it to chance. Alright. I think the best move here is actually move here. This way we can guarantee when it moves next turn, we can attack it. That's interesting how the AI responded to the stun. So the character ran away from me because it couldn't attack. That's pretty clever. I didn't actually expect something like that. Maybe not every character will do that. He defeated the orcs. Quick search of the orcs' bodies turns up a handful of gold pieces, a crude bone charm, and a half-eaten rat on a stick. Go ahead and take the orc's bone charm. I've never actually used this, so I don't actually know the usefulness of it. Back the bone charm, trying not to retch as you get close to the orc's stinking corpse. Perhaps it will be useful later. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue east. Passageway soon comes to an end at a solid-looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refuses to budge. You listen at the door, but you hear nothing. With a bit of force, a forced charge, I should be able to get through that door. Well, we're not going to do that. We're just going to kick it instead. You give the door a mighty kick and it swings open easily. You're about to enter when you notice that the room isn't actually a pit. Had you charged the door, you'd be nursing a sore rump by now. Examining the pit, you notice that the sides are full of handholds, so it should not be difficult to climb back out. Let's go ahead and climb into the pit. Look around, you can see 2 cave entrances leading off from the pit opposite you. Moldering bones litter the floor, small piles of them stuck together in the pools of fetid slime. Alright. Not only do I have a couple special quests here, I'm also going to attempt to get Zagor's main reward, which is requiring 3 keys. And I think the best chance that I have of getting those 3 keys is to explore as much as I possibly can. You enter a small cave with slime dripping from its rough rock walls. A sickly sweet smell assaults your senses as you enter. It is the smell of rotting meat, the remains of rats, and even a half-eaten goblin lie in the corner. And another is a large joint of meat. It looks like whatever is using this place as a larder is saving this choice haunch for giant aardwolf for later. The aardwolf appears to be edible. I'm used to living off raw meat, so I could probably cut off a few bits to increase my provisions. We'll take the giant aardwolf meat. Out of curiosity, he didn't do that, did he? No. Oh, wow. I just noticed, look how many provisions I have. Did I start with that many provisions? That's a lot more than normal. Alright, well, any case, let's go ahead and investigate the other cave. The first thing that hits you as you approach the cave is the stench, an unpleasant melange of mushrooms and rotting meat. Whatever was nearby, you sense that it is now not strayed far from its home. I've smelled better excrement. Okay, so let's survey. As you peer deeper into the gloomy cave, you suddenly see a pair of evil-looking eyes appear from the darkness. A slime beast lurks within, and it has spotted you. 2 hideous slime zombies, previous adventurers reanimated by the slime, have also emerged from the goo. They shamble towards you with one sole purpose. The slime beast, meanwhile, launches itself at you with its powerful hind legs. Let's fight the monsters. Now, I knew this combat was here. I mostly did this just to, Alright, I saw a bunch of attacks being queued. I don't know if this guy queued an attack, so I'm just going to go ahead and do a normal attack here. Alright. So, I saw a bunch of queued moves. Probably the right call here to just do a normal attack on this zombie. Alright, we've got a queued attack here. We've seen what these zombies can do. They can attack multiple spaces, and I'm a little concerned that I'm going to get hit here. I don't know if there's a real way that I can avoid that. I can do a stunning slash here, trying to take advantage of the situation. They're going to clash. Luckily, I rolled quite well. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, that I'd get hit. Alright, so the zombie's going to move in front of me. We're just going to do a normal attack. There's no reason using my killing blow. Alright, so the creature's going to move here. Might as well take advantage of hitting it while I can. Alright, it's more than likely going to attack me here. See if we can avoid it. Okay, I think it's going to move that way. So I'm just going to move, sidestep. I can't be certain of where to move here, so I'm just going to attack to keep myself stationary. Okay, it's going to move. Let's go ahead and just attack it, kill it. Alright, zombie's going to attack. I'm just going to attack straight ahead. Again, keep my positioning. It's going to move forward. Let's give it a killing blow. Alright, we did get hit. Not too bad, though. Just 2 stamina down. We can regain that pretty easily. You've defeated the monsters. The creature is dead. You wipe the disgusting ichor that passes for their blood from your weapon and investigate. Apart from the sticky pools of acidic slime and various mounds of other altogether more unpleasant material, there's nothing of interest here. I thought it was worth a check. You never know where these keys are going to be. So let's go ahead and leave. And I think the more areas I explore, the more likely we're going to find a key. But considering how random things are, you really never can be sure. Alright, we arrive back at the junction. You look left to see the cave entrance in the dim distance. Let's go ahead and walk straight on. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. You approach with caution and can see another orc. This time on his own, in leather armor, asleep at his post. This orc is snoring so loudly that even if I dragged it out by its feet and placed it in my cage, I doubt it would wake. Carefully approach the sleeping orc. There's no other way through the orc other than straight in front of him. You could try sneak past him, or perhaps the direct approach might be better. Let's just fight him. There's an angry snort from the orc as he wakes. He grumpily gets up with a start, draws his weapon, and snarls at you, ready to fight. If anything, these combats give me souls, which is good for the future. Alright, so he queued an attack here. I'm fairly certain he can't attack 2 spaces. I could be making a gamble here, but we'll go ahead and move. Alright, that was a gamble. We'll killing blow him, though. I'm not too worried about little damage like that at the moment because I know there's a place to rest up ahead shortly. This is kind of just, you know, your take it easy tutorial part right now. And again, we get souls. Not many, but you defeated the orc guard. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are 2 of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. The 2 orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. I remember the time I had to round up a pride of these in the forest around Calamare. Fierce creatures, cruelly treated by orcs. You're going to have to deal with them quickly, one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. Let's go ahead and distract them with the food. Orc hounds wait expectantly. What do you want to offer the animals? Let's throw them a joint of meat. Taking the giant aardwolf joint from your backpack, you toss it towards the orc hounds. The hungry animals pounce on it immediately. They wrestle over the meat for a moment until they manage to tear it in half with their powerful jaws. Taking their prizes away to opposite sides of the cave, they leave the way through clear. Not hesitating for a second, you take the opportunity to sneak past the orc hounds as they noisily devour the rancid meat. Out of curiosity, did we lose the provisions? No, we didn't. Alright. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. So against the wall is a wooden bench where you may rest. Player, I would strongly advise sitting on this bench. If you do not, Wanushu will not be able to resurrect at this location if they perish. You know, now that I think about it, I think I did read news that Wanushu was the one that was on a discount. I think I misremembered whose name it was, because I think there's another character that might have a similar name. Now that I think about it, yeah, this was in the news. Alright, well, in any case, let's go ahead and sit on the bench and rest. We don't need to use provisions, we're not that hurt. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease, and your tiredness wanes. It is good to take a break on your adventure. So there's our 5 stamina. We didn't even lose that many, so we'll be good. Let's continue along the passageway. To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door, and you can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Let's go ahead and open the door. And we have to explore a lot if we want to find these keys. It's not going to be possible to explore everywhere because there's branching paths, and you have to go one way over another. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table, on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Asleep on a straw mattress, groaning in the far corner of the room, is a green-skinned orc. He is a stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. He must be the guard for the night watch. This is highly unusual. It's almost too easy. I smell a trap. Okay. Let's go ahead and wake up the orc and threaten him. This is the fearsome trait. At least I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, fearsome. Yeah, let's do this. This, I think you have to roll your luck. Every time you roll your luck, you're going to lose a point, which I prefer avoiding if I can. Let's go ahead and wake up the orc and threaten him. Storming over to the sleeping orc, you heave off his filthy straw mattress and wake him up. "Get up, fool!" you growl in your most fearsome voice. You're surprised the orc is up on his feet in an instant and very angry at being woken up. He draws his weapon and charges toward you with an almighty roar. I think I had tried that in the playthrough with a Ren Godspeed, but I didn't really remember the result. Alright, so this guy's pretty similarly equipped, so I'm going to assume that he can do a attack that covers 2 spaces. I don't know if he can do a diagonal attack either, though, so I'm going to go ahead and move up. This is risky. Alright, so he's going to move. Probably going to move right in front of me, so we'll killing blow him. Ooh. Yeah, the early enemies are going to get really laid low by that particular attack. Not too bad. You defeated the orc, we get the souls, so that game. The box in hand, you leave the room and open the box in the passage. Inside, you find 4 gold pieces and a small mouse, which must have been the creature's pet. Not a lot of gold, but again, you never know if the key's going to be there. You release the mouse, which scurries off down the passageway. Continue onward. Let's go ahead and follow the passage. You arrive at another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. Let's try opening the door. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There's a stale smell in the air. In the center of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box. In the far corner of the room is a straw mattress. Alright, I know what this box does. But again, we're going to leave no stone unturned. There might be a chance that there is something in this box, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. Strange runes adorn the box, which is rather light. As you pick it up, something rattles within. Yep. You open the lid, and a small snake pops out of the box, eager to bite your wrist. Even though you were surprised, you managed to dodge them. Fight the snakes. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's always the case. I think normally they bite you. Or at least that's what I think happened with Alexandra Blacksnake, but it's been a while since I've done that. And she even had advanced warning because she could read the runes and knew that they said snakes, and she still, I think, got bitten. I'm going to move backwards. It's possible his dexterous trait saved him. I'm going to assume that it's going to move forward, so I'm going to Killing Blow. I don't know how much damage these things take, but I'm not going to take chances here. I think that they attack diagonal. Let's just double check here. I just stay where I am. Yeah. So they attack diagonally. And then they sidestep. So I'm going to move up in its face. And then in theory, it shouldn't be able to hit me. But it might. So let's Stunning Slash it. Alright, so now it can attack. So it's more than likely going to move. So let's go ahead and kill it. Alright, there we go. Success. You get some 4 soul stones. Soul stones. 4 souls. You defeated the snakes. The box has fallen to the ground during your fight with the snakes, and out of it has fallen a key. Perfect, which you take. So it was worth opening that box. Obviously the box is risky because you could have been bitten, and you do have to fight the snakes, which we managed to get through that fight not too bad. But this is what we're looking for. If we get 3 of these, then we get the biggest reward if we defeat Zagor. So it's good to see them early. Stale Dirty Room does not seem to have any more secrets to hide. You decide to continue to head deeper into the orcs' barracks. Now at this point, I don't know what the right course is. Continue eastward, I don't think really profits me much. I can use my dexterous trait to easily sneak past the orcs that are down there, but the main reason you would want to go this way is the disguise that you can get, which I don't really have any intention of using with this character. Outside of that, you can fight the Quintains, and you can fight a couple other things, but I don't know if that's really worth it. So I think I'm going to go this way. It's not often that I go this way and open this door, so further up the passage, on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You listen at the door and hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. I'm sure I just heard the orc word for spider in that song. I wonder if they can give me directions to my prey. Let's go ahead and investigate it. I know where the spider is, but why not? The door opens to reveal a small room. The room is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner, and in the far corner, a flight of steps leads out of the chamber. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are 2 small orcs with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. They're drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. Not sure how much information I will get from these creatures. I should try and ask about Arrakis, though. Alright, let's speak to him. He wants to do that. We'll go ahead and roleplay here. The orcs look at you with disinterest. One staggers forward and speaks your language. Spiders, you say? Horrible things in them caves beyond the big gate. You press them for more information, but it's unlikely you'll get any more out of them. Leave us alone. We're just having a quiet drink. The other orc waves his mace threateningly. At least it would be threatening if he could control it enough to work up a decent swing, which he can't. Your lips curling in disgust, you leave the orcs to their drinking. At least you now know to look for a big gate. Alright, well, I would have preferred to fight them and get whatever was in that room, but whatever. Now, it looks like we could go this way and go down and search that area. So why don't we do that? Follow the passage as it slopes downwards and curves to the north until you find yourself at the corner of a large chamber. The architecture suggests that this was originally made by the dwarven hands, but has clearly been repurposed by the orcs. It appears to have been turned into some kind of training hall. That around the chamber are a number of wooden posts that bear the marks of axes and other weapons. A cacophonous din echoes around the hall as green-skinned creatures in leather armor either strike the posts with their swords or each other with wooden cudgels. You guess this is what passes for training session among the brutish orcs. Taking on so many foes on my own would be foolish. At the eastern end of the chamber there are two doors. Halfway along the north wall of the hall is another doorway secured by an iron gate. At the eastern end of the chamber there are two doors. Oh wait, I already read that. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the door to the north because we're right near there. You know what? Let's go ahead and just sneak to the east side first. We'll do the north door last. Sneak the doors at the east end of the chamber. Keeping close to the wall, you begin to make your way around the edge of the chamber. Orcs are on the lookout for intruders, but you skillfully manage to stay out of their line of sight. Your dexterity allows you to quickly slip past the brutes, and this is where you just get skill tests automatically passed, so I knew I could get away with this. Reach the far end of the hall. Fortunately, make it into the far side of the chamber without any of the orcs noticing you. One door has a dented shield nailed to it, while the other has a battered helmet hanging from it. It was pretty easy to slip past those orcs. Let's go ahead and open the one with the helmet hanging from it, because I'm fairly certain I know what's in here. You find yourself in a cramped room full of battered helmets, rusting hauberks, and suits of leather armor. The contents of the armory is inferior compared to what you are wearing, but it strikes you that if you wear a few choice items over top of your own gear, you might be able to pass yourself as an orc. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm going to leave the orc armor behind. No desire to wear inferior armor, which reeks of orc. You decide to leave the armor behind. You plan your next move. Let's leave the orc armor. I just searched that just as, you know, a precaution in case we're going to miss anything. But you know what? I think this is a good point. We'll go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.